Hello, welcome to JV.omYoga. I'm Jamie, and today I invite you to join me in this gentle flow, really gentle and easy on our bodies, kind of geared towards anyone who's experiencing any pain, any chronic pain. I woke up this morning with a super sore neck, so this flow really just helped me relax and release my stiff and sore muscles. So I invite you to meet me in a comfortable seated position on your mat. Just take a few deep breaths, arrive in this present moment, and we can get started on this awesome flow. All right. So let's start on our backs, lying down. We're just going to come to our mat. Notice how we're feeling today, how our bodies are feeling, what muscles might be a little bit tense, might be a little bit sore. Take a few really deep, really expansive breaths here and just send that new air into all of your muscles. Making an intention to give this moment to ourselves, to listen to our bodies and really hear and understand what we need. Please remember that everything I say today is merely a suggestion, and this time is for you to make you feel comfortable and hopefully to make you feel the best that you are able to at this time. So if anything I say does not suit you today, please just listen to your body and do what feels comfortable, and figure out what exactly it is that you are needing in this moment. Okay, so on our next inhale, let's take a big inhale, send our arms over top of our head, and we're going to take a big early morning stretch. Really elongating our whole bodies here, wiggling through the fingertips, pressing through the toes, pressing through the heels. Awesome. Biggest breath you've taken all day. So good. All right. We're going to raise our right foot, plant it on the ground just to give us some lift to allow us to roll over onto our left side. Okay. We're going to bend our left knee for support. Left arm can come out to the front, or it can stay up under your head like a little cushion. I invite you to just wiggle around here and find what feels the most comfortable, and to have the utmost standards for your comfort in this practice. Perfect. So my left knee is bent, my left arm is out extended long. I'm going to take my right hand now and just reach it over top of my ear, stretching it all the way to the far end of my room here. Right foot is hovering, really active in the right heel. So we're getting a nice side body stretch all the way from our right fingertips down to our right toes, our right heel. And we're really going to play around here with our shoulder, find what motion is available. Maybe we can slowly glide our right fingertips towards the front of the room here. Feeling that rotation in the right shoulder, bringing it back, and just see what feels comfortable. See how far your shoulder, your arm wants to take you. Using our right foot hovering off the ground here, kind of like an anchor to keep us balanced. So just playing around with that arm and our leg, just really gentle motions. We don't want to strain anything. Remember to breathe. All right, and when we're ready, we're going to bend through that right elbow, that right knee, rolling back through center. We're going to roll to the other side now. So now our right knee is bent, right hand is extended out, maybe bent at our side or like a little cushion. That left foot is hovering, and our right hand is going to extend up past our head, past our ear, Getting a nice full body stretch on the left side now. Working with our breath. We can feel around for what motion we have available in this left shoulder. Really active here through the left foot. Maybe it's gliding back and forth a little bit too. Feels so good. So good. All right. Rolling back to center, relying on our backs now. Let's take our knees, bring them into our chest, and give yourself a hug here, hugging the knees in. Maybe rocking just gently side to side to give yourself a back massage against the earth. Really deep exhales here to allow all the muscles in your back to really sink down and release any pressure that they've been holding on to. Amazing. All right. We're going to take our hands, grab our knees. Our feet are not going to come all the way to the floor, but we are going to lower our feet just so our pelvis kind of rests a little more flush against the earth here. And it might feel nice to, again, just gentle rocking back and forths here. Kind of bring the massage now a little bit lower down to our bum cheeks instead of our back. So wiggling it out here, a little massage on the hips now. Maybe your feet want to do some gentle kicking motions. That feels really good. And on your next exhale, let your feet float down to the earth. To land softly, we're going to bring our soles of our feet together. Knees come apart and fall to the opposite sides. So we're in a cobbler's pose, laying down now. Peek at me if you need to. Soles of the feet are touching. They can be further away from your bum, or they can tuck in nice and close, and you can play around here to figure out what is feeling the best for you right now. Hands can rest at the belly. Maybe hands want to come out to the side like a T or in a cactus shape. Gentle rolls of the neck here. To loosen up the upper shoulders might feel really, really nice. So good. And on your next exhale, let your breath guide your knees back up to touching. Our knees are going to rest against each other, and we're going to walk our feet, just heel toe your feet out to the sides of your mat. Again, you can peek at me if you need to. Knees are touching, feet are apart. Belly is dropped and we're breathing deeply. Again, just a gentle wiggle in the neck here. Carving a line with our nose, maybe in little circles, or maybe just side to side. One more really deep breath here. So good. And on your exhale, we're going to lift our feet off the ground, bring our knees in. So we are going to come to a happy baby pose here, but I'm going to give you guys 3 options just to give you guys some variations, and you can play around and see what feels good. So option 1, knees come in towards the armpits. Knees stay bent, shins and heels are down, so towards the bum. We can grab onto our knees, just stay here, maybe rock a little bit side to side. That feels great. Okay. Option 2, if this is feeling good and you want a little bit extra, we can bring the soles of our feet now towards the ceiling. Hands can come to the outsides of the feet to grab or the insides, and the knees are being sent in further towards the armpit. So grabbing a hold of those feet, this is a traditional happy baby pose. We can let those knees fall in towards our torso. Both the feet are very active here. Soles flex towards the ceiling. Perfect. And if that is feeling good and you're thinking, okay, I want a little bit more, we can do a little bit of rocking side to side. Get a little massage going in your back here. We can even, if we're feeling up to it, we want to rock all the way to drop one leg to the earth. That leg in the air can then extend towards the sky. So one leg bent on the ground, one leg straight. Bending that straight leg to roll yourself back through center and onto the other side. So opposite leg now bent, lays on the floor, and the foot, or the leg I should say, that is floating in the sky now. We can straighten that leg, sole of the foot comes towards the ceiling. Feels so good, and bending that straight leg to roll ourselves back through the center. Maybe we just keep rolling here. Just playing around wherever you're at today. Let's take one more big breath here. As you're ready, we're going to come to our favorite side and just roll all the way up to a comfortable seated position. All right. So from here, we're going to send our legs out long. And let's keep a really generous bend in our knees today. Really nice and bent. Nice and comfy. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Our head is right aligned with our heart, right over top of our pelvis. I'm going to take an inhale here. Arms can raise to the sky if that feels good. Really focusing on elongating our spine here. Inhale, elongate, elongate, and slowly we're going to send our upper bodies forward as if we're looking over a ledge, trying to peer over here, really getting that length in our spine, not collapsing. We can grab a hold of the feet, the shins, the knees, maybe hands are resting at the side. We're going to come to a gentle seated forward fold here. Really let the neck hang heavy. Bringing awareness to the space between our shoulders and our ears. Ideally, we want to try to make as much space possible here. Remembering to breathe, maybe elongating a little bit more on your inhale. Bowing a little deeper on the exhale. And feel it out here. Maybe it feels right to wiggle a little bit side to side. Maybe it feels right to pedal gently with your feet. And notice how that feels in your hips. Inhale to elongate, exhale to bow just a little deeper. One more cycle of breath here. Let's make it really deep, really expansive. And on your next exhale, I'm going to slowly roll one vertebrae at a time all the way back to sitting up tall. Our head comes up last, shoulders are dropped and back. Awesome. All right. Now we can do a few different things with our legs here. If cross-legged works good for you and that feels good for your hips, then that's awesome. We can also bring soles of the feet just flat against the earth, knees bent. So just play around here and figure out what feels nice. I'm going to cross my legs. Let's take our right hand first and cross it over our left knee, wherever that left knee is at. And with our left hand, I'm going to just bring it and place it right behind my sacrum, okay? So again, we're going to inhale to elongate, lengthen the spine. Exhale, we're going to push with our right hand, send our gaze towards the left side. Just experience a nice gentle twist here. One more big inhale, exhale to send you back to center. So good. Let's shimmy it out here, have a little wiggle. Maybe notice if one side is feeling a little bit different than the other side. And then we're going to continue. So left hand now places on our right knee, wherever that right knee is at. Right hand comes right behind the sacrum. I'm going to inhale to lengthen. Exhale, pushing through the left hand to twist. Gaze comes towards the right side. One more inhale here, lengthening the spine. Exhale brings us back to center. Awesome. So good. Okay. Now again, we can keep our feet wherever they feel comfy. Let's start with our left hand. We're going to take our left hand and put it right under our left sit bone. So you're sitting on your hand here. You should feel your sit bone kind of rooting in right around where your fingertips are. So just take a moment here, get comfy in the hand. We're going to take our right hand now, place it over top of our left ear. You might already feel the stretch here. I know I'm already feeling it a little bit. And just really gently using our breath to slowly guide us. We can tilt the right ear lower and lower towards our right shoulder. So elongating the left side of our neck here. Really rooting through the ground to allow for lots of space between the left shoulder and that left ear. Just getting a good stretch in those neck muscles. And when you're ready, exhale to release the hand. Bring your head back to neutral. Going to release the left fingertips and move on to the other side. So right fingertips now come underneath the right sit bone. Left hand comes up and over, grabs the left ear. And maybe we are slowly dropping the left ear closer and closer to the left shoulder. Really pulling the right shoulder away from the right ear. Trying to keep our gaze as high as possible. So good. And slowly exhaling to release the left hand, releasing the right hand. Coming to seated. And again, just take a little shimmy here, maybe a quick seated cat and cow. Inhale to arch the back gaze up. Exhale to tuck the chin, contract the spine, pull through the knees. Don't be afraid to get a little bit fluid in your motion here. And just get the fluid and the air into every area of your spine. Awesome. All right. Let's make our way onto our hands and knees into a child's pose. So we're going to meet with our knees out wide. Our toes are touching. We're going to sit our bums back into our feet. And be super generous here. Have the most standards for your comfort, so take your time getting comfortable. Slowly we're going to walk our fingertips forward Head comes to the earth. On an inhale, we're going to push up through the hands, raise up just a little bit. Let's start with our right hand. We're going to take our right hand and just slide it right underneath our left arm here in this little space that we've created. So left arm, left ear come to rest against the earth. I'm going to take my, right arm, right ear rest against the earth. I'm going to take my left hand, raise it up to the sky here. And it might feel really good to tuck it behind your torso. You might even have it available to wrap that left hand around your right thigh and experience a opening of the chest here. So our heart is spiraling up towards the ceiling. Big breath here, and on an exhale, we're going to release the left arm. Bring it all the way back up, back through the thread the needle child's pose. Coming up to release the right hand, and just quickly sitting back in neutral child's pose. Inhaling to rise up just a little bit. Pressing through the right hand, we're going to raise the left hand and tuck it right underneath our right arm. Left ear comes to the earth. I'm going to send my right arm up to the sky. It's going to tuck back around my torso and maybe hook onto that left thigh. Chest spirals open now towards the left. Our gaze is to the ceiling. One more big breath here. On an exhale, we're going to release the right hand. Bring it all the way up and around. Through thread the needle. Pushing through that hand to release the left hand and just back to neutral child's pose just for a few cycles of breath. And if this is feeling amazing for you, by all means, please stay there. We can also try a variation of child's pose that might be a little bit more relaxing. So we're bringing our knees in to touch, knees together, toes together. And instead of having our arms extended forward, we're just going to rest our arms beside our side body. Let our shoulders drop down towards the earth. Our forehead is resting on our mat. Really let those shoulders fall. I like to push a little bit through each of my hips here. To give myself a little massage on the upper hip crease. So just a gentle wiggling of the thighs, pushing out with your left hip towards the left side, then pushing out with your right hip towards the right side. Just play around here and feel what feels comfortable for you. When and only if you're ready, I invite you to meet me back in a seated position. Just taking our time, noticing if we're feeling any different than when we first stepped on our mat today. Sometimes when we wake up feeling stiff and sore, and if we're having pain, it can be stressful. It can be stressful to experience pain, and then we get tense and we get more stressed and the pain increases, and it's this vicious cycle. So it's always important to remember to be really generous with our breath, to take really deep, expansive breaths, even if you're just lying down breathing. It can be so good for your muscles. I hope everyone made the most out of this time and really got to connect with their breath and their body. I hope that maybe a little bit of the tension that we've been carrying was released on our mats today, and we can just let it go, leave it there, and move on feeling a little bit lighter. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope to see you all next time. Have a wonderful, amazing day. I love you. I'm so grateful for you. Namaste.